Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you open this video, whenever you click on this video, I hope these messages find you in good spirits and in good vibrations. Luna has joined our reading today. I am recording this in the morning. Happy Tarot Tuesday to everyone. There you all are. Luna has left the building. I mean, she's still here. Like, she's still around, but yeah. What a nice little blessing. What a nice little surprise little visit that she just gave us. I'll take that as good vibes for this reading. Welcome back to all my current subscribers, supporters, viewers, listeners, and welcome to new listeners and subscribers and supporters. This is Nature Fairy 777, also Space Dragon 777. Where we talk all things spiritual and magical. I love the smell of Palo Santo. Like I was saying, where we talk about it, any and all things spiritual, magical, any kind of knowledge and wisdom and guidance that could help us out in any way, shape, or form. Welcome, welcome. So I do want to share with y'all something. Right before I started recording, I was, kind of cleaning up the space, and while I was moving my crystal, like my bowls where I keep my crystals, this crystal popped up. It literally jumped out of this bowl right here. And this crystal, if we look carefully, it's gorgeous. I'll give you guys a nice little look, because I feel like this stone has a message for all of us today if it just popped out and jumped out. That's never happened before any of my readings. And that's definitely a sign. So I do want to open up with this message that I am going to read to y'all in just a few moments. I'm just going to put a little bit of Florida water on my hands. Oh my God, I love the smell of this too. Oof. All right, let's get started. Dragonstone Transformation, a powerful stone of truth that illuminates our true self in all its beauty and glory. It ignites in us a passion for personal improvement, urging us to honestly assess our strengths and weaknesses, and then to make realistic plans that will result in positive change. So, I have a good feeling today's reading is going to be along with it. These transformation vibes. It'll be very transformative for some of y'all listening. And again, take what resonates, and please take each message with a grain of salt. My messages are only meant to help benefit the collective in any way, shape, or form. Even gaining a new perspective when it comes to thinking about certain things. My goal is to be a lighthouse on dark and choppy waters, or stagnant waters that need movement and energy. So welcome. Again, I am going to clear the space a little more with some sound healing. Enjoy. If you are wearing some headphones, now would be a good time to turn down the volume if you are sensitive to loud music or sounds. Because it might get loud, y'all. Just so you know. Let's get started. Let's begin. Again, I want to thank everyone for being here with me, for connecting with me spiritually and through the web. I hope y'all are enjoying your week so far. I hope you had a good start. And I hope you had a great and restful weekend as well. Let's ask our ancestors, spirit guides, guardian angels, God, universe, light beings, friends. Please be with us in this present moment. And please give the collective some guidance today and for this week. May it be messages that will help shed some light and clarity on some things that may be murky or muddy. May it clear up, and may it clear up some confusion, and may these messages create more grounding, peace, and confirmations for anyone who is connecting to this reading in this present moment. These messages are timeless. I believe whenever you listen to them and watch them, that is exactly when you are meant to find them. Divine timing. Definitely believe in that. I do not believe in coincidences. I used to believe in coincidences, but thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God. But not anymore. I believe everything is planned and divinely guided. And it all depends on every decision we make in this realm, in this life. That's what I believe. But you're free to believe whatever you want to believe. But yes, please and thank you, God. Please help us gain more clarity, and please give us the messages we're meant to see, hear, and feel, and meditate on today and this week. Happy Tarot Tuesday. So far, just to let you all in on what we have already, is a reversed card. We have reversed 4 of Wands. We have upright 8 of Wands. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God. We have fire energy for both cards. Third Decan Aries is reversed 4 Wands. Getting no. We would have gotten that upright. We would have been getting more of a yes. Now for 8 of Wands upright, we have fire for Decan Sagittarius. The answer is yes. Alright, I'm going to pull. This is going to be my last time shuffling. I will be pulling the last card. Let's see what we get. Thank you so much. All right. We have the last card, reverse 6 of Swords. This is air energy, second Decan Gemini. If we would have gotten this upright, I'm sorry, 9 of Swords. Yes, 9 of Swords would have been no, but I'm getting more of a maybe yes for this energy. But give me a few moments to read the messages, feel the energy, and then I will respond and I will dive deep. Let me just take a sip of my juice, my fresh juice that I made this morning. Give me a sec, y'all. Okay. Grab this dragon stone to help me connect with the energy just a little more. All right, so I am feeling your energy, collective listener. It feels like you've gone through several trials and tribulations in your recent past, or maybe your entire life. And this really feels like a continuation or a part 2 from last week's reading. If you're new or if you're returning, and want to take a look at that video one more time to connect with any of the messages from that reading, I feel like it's definitely, this is a part 2 of, or a finale. Maybe not, I wouldn't say a finale, but this is definitely a part 2 from my previous reading from last Tarot Tuesday. Feel free to check it out. But like I was saying, I believe we received a reversed 4 of Wands card at some point. And in that reading, it was really interesting because I felt your energy, but I also felt 2 more energies, or 3 or 4 even, multiple energies, definitely more than one. Both toxic masculine and feminine energies. That had something to do with the turmoil in your past. That had something to do with a breakup or misunderstanding or not really a misunderstanding, but more of like a reveal of like hidden personalities and faces that were wearing masks. They were staying hidden with masks, and you started to notice things little by little, and things started to be more obvious for you, I'd say. And there was definitely a conflict with whether it was with an ex, whether it was with your past lover, someone who you used to be friends with benefits with, someone you used to be casual with, or even a friend. Whatever happened, I feel like there was definitely third parties involved, whether it was another lover or another like an affair that was going on, like cheating, lying, deceit, hiding things or people, or third parties that were just influencing what you had with this other person, like the connection. They were negatively impacting and influencing the connection between y'all. And that's what led eventually to, I would say, a tower moment and to the death of the situation, the end. And this is that energy that I'm feeling from this first card, which is reversed Four of Wands. I'm going to dive deeper into this reversed message for the Four of Wands because I feel like I want to be a little deeper with the meaning. So the meaning remains unaltered. Increase, felicity, beauty, embellishment. So I still need to look up what embellishment means. I wish I had a dictionary right in front of me, but from what I remember from my memory of what I recall, embellishment has a similar meaning to confusion, some type of confusion or stagnancy, disorientation or something, mix up, right? You had an inner conflict with others. You were feeling like you were lacking support in this relationship. Maybe you felt like you were giving more to him, her, them, however they may identify. So I heard this from one of the recent tarot readers I started subscribing to. She said something along the lines of, in tarot, pronouns, gender doesn't exist. We all carry feminine and masculine energies within us. So like I said, flip the roles if that feels more comfortable for you. But just wanted to throw that out there too. Whoever you're dealing with, there was a breakdown in communication and a breakup. And this communication, whatever happened, it was not pretty, it was ugly, and it caused lots of conflicts within your relationship dynamic. And eventually it led to the transition, the change, the shift. And you started pouring into yourself again, going back to yourself, celebrating yourself, spending more time with yourself, personal celebrations. And you've been creating that inner harmony that you've been craving, that you've been needing from others. Instead, you're being reminded that you can do that for yourself. You can honor yourself. You can find the inner harmony within you. And you don't need validation from others or outside sources when all you need is already within. So that's definitely the energy of this card. Now, upright, speed, rapid action, movement, swift change, manifesting quickly, quick decisions. This is air energy, travel, fast. Eight of Wands. As you can see, everything's very like manifestation, practicality, skill, absolute decisions, business, the ego. So I feel like this is resonating with Fire Horse energy here. Lately, you have been going in a more fast pace. You've been acting more. You've been doing more than you used to, because this home conflict that you are having with this person, this breakup, caused you not only to start celebrating yourself and not expecting outside validation from others, going inward, and you've been making shit happen. That's what it feels like. You've been not only preaching, you've been practicing what you preach. You've been putting things into action, into practice. You've been experimenting, whether you're creative or not. You've been just doing more for yourself that's putting you in a better place mentally and physically. So good job, good shit. Now, reverse Nine of Swords. This is the energy of Nine of Swords upright. The messages are strength, compassion, completion, optimism, suffering, anxiety, worry, fear, depression, nightmares, insomnia, hopelessness, trauma, despair. But we got inner turmoil, deep-seated fears, secrets, releasing worry, hope, reaching out. So it sounds like this was you before. This may have been you before, or your ex, the person that was connected to you, the person that pretty much fucked up on you or made it hard for you to be with them or around them. But you are now in this energy, reverse Nine of Swords. All the inner turmoil you were experiencing not only came from this whole breakup and conflict that you were having with these people that had third parties, whether influencers or affairs or cheaters or whatever, lovers, secret people, whoever the case may be, secret lives, double lives. Wow, I'm getting two different things right now, y'all. Oh my God, let me give me a sec. I really want to make sure I say both of these messages that I'm getting. I am channeling something. This person had deep-seated fears and secrets that caused them deep inner turmoil. They're finding it hard to release worry. And they've really thought about reaching out, but they are hoping someday they could come out with their lies and be honest with you about them, or publicly, or to themselves, really. I feel like it's all connected. I feel like they still have hope that you either forgive them or they could still have access to you in one way, shape, or form, even if it's just friendship or acquaintanceship, whatever. You're done though. The other thing that I'm channeling with you, collective, with listener, is all the inner turmoil that this person caused you in the recent past made your own past deep-seated fears it triggered even deeper wounds that were deeply seated fears that stemmed from your past trauma and your past experiences growing up. This relationship triggered a lot of patterns that you have dealt with before, and it feels like you finally broke the pattern. You broke the cycle. You broke the curse. Whether it was like generational or spiritual or relational, with relationships, and with yourself. Like, you're releasing that turmoil and those deep-seated fears. They're unraveling. You're releasing all your worries and you have hope. You're feeling like there's hope. You're feeling the light more after all the darkness, after all the worry. You reached out for help, and now your life is becoming that much more bright. Wow, I'm so glad those messages came through. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God. Wow. So yeah, good job. Good job for overcoming this, creating stronger boundaries for yourself and with those people around you that you really need to create boundaries with. I feel like we all should have boundaries with others and with ourselves too. It's very important. So I am going to continue with this beautiful card deck that's, I think, the shiniest. Well, I have other shiny decks, but it's the shiniest, smoothest, and most slippery deck that I have because I feel like it has a lot of water energy in it. I'm also going to use this blue obsidian. I believe that's the name of this crystal. Crystals were calling to me for this reading, for this tarot week. Doesn't it resemble water, y'all? It's so gorgeous. It really grabbed. Here, let me try to put it in better lighting for y'all to really see it. Isn't that gorgeous? It's like a clear water blue, and it resembles water too. Ooh, sorry. 2, wow, 3rd time's a charm. Sorry about that. Slippery like water, I'm telling you. That's another crystal that's going to join us. So, if y'all are curious in knowing which deck this is that I'm going to be pulling from for towards the end of our reading, it's called Messages from the Mermaids by Karen K. and artwork by Linda Olson. I love this deck. I haven't pulled a card from this deck in some time, so I'm excited to pull one for us today. This deck has been calling to me for a few days now, so I thought, why not use it for our Tarot Tuesday read for the collective? Please and thank you. What mermaid has a last closing message for us for this Tarot Tuesday. What do the mermaids have to say to us? Spirit, God, guardian angels, friends, allies, and beings. Please give us the messages that the collective is meant to take with them. What do they need to meditate on and be aware of? What are some last thoughts? Gentleness. I love the artwork of this deck. So beautiful. Merman coming through. Divine masculine for sure. Lighthouse. Torch. Let's see what the gentleness merman has to say. Be gentle towards yourself and others at this time. Being harsh or using brute strength won't benefit you. There's great strength in gentleness. This merman says that looks can be deceptive, and gentleness can be found in the most unlikely people and situations. If in doubt, just look into the heart of a person, for this is where the source of true gentleness resides. The merman holds his torch of truth so that it may illuminate the path of gentleness for you. This card is asking, are you being gentle with yourself? It's easy to be critical and berate ourselves. Our internal dialogue isn't always gentle, so this is something to be mindful of. If you catch yourself being harsh, then forgive yourself and try a softer internal narrative. You'll be surprised at the effect this can have on your general well-being. Someone around you is in need of gentleness. Many people use a tough love approach in life, but this isn't beneficial for everyone, especially those who are of a more sensitive disposition. Gentleness is the key here. Think of the wind blowing softly through the trees. It's powerful enough to move the leaves, demonstrating that there's strength in gentleness. Sometimes we feel we need to be tough to navigate certain situations in life, yet with gentleness comes flexibility, and this means we bend, but don't break. This alone is worth pondering. Is there a person who needs to treat you more gently? If so, speak your truth from your heart with kindness and clearly tell them how their hard approach makes you feel, and that a more gentle attitude would reap greater rewards for everyone. I love that. I'm being called to pull one last message for y'all. Let's see. I'm trying to see what other card deck I'm vibing with, y'all. Give me a sec. All right. Circles of Healing it is. This is the first card deck I was ever gifted by one of my older brothers. Thank you, older brother. You know who you are. Love you very much. And thank you so much for gifting me this beautiful, beautiful circles of healing because they have really helped me heal myself in ways that I'm barely starting to comprehend and understand. So I hope that these healing circles do the same for y'all. Let's see what last message we are meant to hear. Please and thank you. Wow, look at that. I'm getting all-seeing eye, third eye, protection against evil eyes too. All right, let's hear this last message. Clear and refreshed. The third eye sees the truth. My soul is blessed and growing into a loving vision of exquisite evolution. We'll read that one more time for y'all. Clear and refreshed. The third eye sees the truth. My soul is blessed and growing into a loving vision of exquisite evolution. Continue to open up your third eye. Continue to ascend towards your higher self. Continue to honor yourself, your deeper self. Continue to connect with your higher self. And continue to heal, friends. I hope these messages were felt, heard, and understood, and I hope at least one of them resonated with you today. If not, check out my other videos, and feel free to check out other readers too that you might vibe more with. Yeah, take care, y'all. Have a wonderful rest of the week, and I'll see you next time.